Once again, thank you all for joining us here tonight. My name is Tanner Tuttle. I'm super excited to be here with you all. I feel like I'm like right there on the cusp of being considered a local here now. I've been living here a little over 2 years, but I'm originally born and raised from Cedar City, Utah. That is the appropriate response for that. No, you guys are right. A small town, all right? I just flew back in from Utah today, you know. Boy, are my wife's tired, you know. So when people find out that I'm from Utah and that I was raised there, they then ask if I grew up Mormon, if I was raised Mormon, and I know from my straight-laced appearance that might have fooled you, but I am not. I was actually one of the only kids in my hometown that wasn't Mormon, so like I felt like an outcast. I got alienated immediately. All the other kids would make fun of me. I'd just walk into the classroom and they'd just be like, ha ha, Tanner's got one mom, Tanner's got one mom. Kids are mean, bro. Like, that stuff sticks with you. You know, till this day, if I see a kid run by me too fast, I'm like, where the fuck you think you're going? Like, moms 9 and 10 overheard them one time making fun of me, so they come running over being like, you be nice to him. Just because he's only got one mom to help him read. And our motto is, it takes a village. That's not moms 9 and 10 in numeric order. That's what grades the moms are in. Just so we're all on the same page. I just want to make sure of that. Another thing with like growing up in a small town, I think like you see during the holidays people put plastic antlers on the side of their car and like a little red nose to make it look like Rudolph the reindeer. People in Cedar City put real deer antlers on the side of their car. And then they just keep them up all year round too. You'd just be walking by and be like, bro, it's July. Why do you still got antlers on the side of your car? And they'll reply with like, well, shit, I got that 8-pointer earlier this year. I got to show that son of a bitch off, right? Women from Utah are different, yo. But they make up for it with their ass play, you know. Trade off, you know what I'm saying? I think with like another thing, like growing up in a small town that I got to see a lot that I don't see in a big city now. Growing up, I got to see a lot of drug deals get paid in the form of a check. Anyone else deal with that? Like, why are we paying Earl every other week? And why does it say groceries in the memo, okay? Like, you gotta be like gold member tweakers and druggies to get away with that with paying with a check. Like, I was like, you gotta be buying from him for a few years to get that good standing. You gotta buy it for so long, so much money every year. You know, you refer a friend, you get to choose what your Coke is laced with. You buy an ounce, you get to get a free syringe with it. Like, there's layers, there's levels to it. I feel like if I were to like try, you know, today to pull out a checkbook at a drug deal, you know, as soon as I pull out that checkbook, dead instantly, you know? It's like, you don't want embarrassing last words on your tombstone. Now, someone's walking through the cemetery a little bit later. It's like, wait, what does that say? Don't cash until Monday. Okay, there's a story behind this death, honey. Let's take a photo of that. We'll Google the name later. Thanks, you guys. That joke was inspired by a death in my family I felt could have been avoided. But here we are today with it. So yeah, my parents, I don't know, I grew up with druggy parents. Did anyone else in here grow up with druggy parents by chance? No? No one else in this dark lit room in Vegas at 10 o'clock at night? Really? Okay. I'm actually prone to believe a lot of you. Because like, if you would have wooed, I get it. But like, you know, like, you could tell like by clapping. Because when a drug addict claps, they clap like this. Okay, so they really stick out, you know. Like, you know, my parents, like the way my parents met, it's a tale as old as time. You know, boy meets girl, boy buys girl drugs, and then they just ride off into the sunset together. You know, it was love at first pipe. It really was. No, other words, my parents met at a fucking drug deal. Okay. Like, that's not a good foundation. Their first date was my mom returning for more drugs. She's just dressed up all seductive and everything, just being like, oh, I actually don't have money this time. Is there something else I can give you instead? And 9 months later, there's my older sister. So the moral of the story, pay for your drugs, okay? Or give them a hole that's impregnable. I don't know what else to fucking tell you. Spits or swallows is the new cash or credit, guys, okay? Like, it sounds bad, you know, but it really wasn't too, when I was born, I was still a healthy baby. I was 8 pounds, 15 and a half ounces, you know, healthy sized baby. My parents still tried to fight the nurse and the doctor in that room. My mom's waving a shiv around, being like, that baby was supposed to be a full 9 pounds. Where the fuck's that other half ounce at? There's my druggies, all right, we got them. It was like, I had a roof over my head all night. You know, we still had food on the table. When we would eat, we were super proper. When we would come to eat, everything had to be in the right order. You know, your forks on the left, your knife and burnt spoons on the right. We'd eat by candlelight, so you get more than one usage out of that candle when you're passing stuff around. I'd be hanging out over at my friend's house. You'd hear their dad get upset. He'd yell from the other room, I'm getting the belt! It's like, oh shit, someone's in trouble. It's like, getting the belt means you're in trouble? That's weird. Because when my dad yells, I'm getting the belt! It's like, what are we celebrating? Whose birthday did we forget, man? Oh shit. Needless to say, I'm glad I got out of there, guys, you know. See, we're all better, thank you. In my small town, I worked at a bowling alley for 7 years. Did anyone else work at a bowling alley by chance? No? No one else threw your life in the gutter? Life didn't strike you all down at once? You had nowhere to turn to? You were like, spare me! That was pinned up inside me. I was split on even doing it. But it seems like it was right up your alley. We're rolling with this. You know what, that was over the line. I should frame that a little bit better next time. So the reason I asked though if anyone else has worked at a bowling alley is because I feel like there's one thing that connects all bowling alley employees together, whether we've never met or worked with each other, and that's the infamous prank phone calls that we get at a bowling alley. I got mine 6 months in, super busy Saturday night, pick up the phone. I could tell it's some young punk kid on the other line. Just, do you have 8-pound balls? So I gotta keep it professional still. I'm like, we have 8-pound bowling balls. Correct, yes we do. His reply is, how do you walk around? And I said, I put them in your mouth and tell you not to gargle. That's what I fucking do. He was not expecting that. He's just like, I'm like, yeah, that's actually how you sound with one of them dipped in your mouth. He's like, I'm here till midnight if you want to come get that other one dipped in there. Just hung up the phone. Like I said, small town, word must have got around because I did not get another prank phone call after that. So that'll be my perfect game, you know. I'm a huge dog lover too. I'm sure we got other dog lovers in the building. Woof, woof, hell yeah. Growing up, I always wanted to have a dog, but my parents didn't want one. Didn't want it fenced in all day. They didn't want it chained up. I get it. So when I finally moved out and I got, went out, bought me my first little dog, got me a cute little border collie. I was like, all right, I want to name my dog something different, something unique. It's something to also just really mess with people too. So I named my dog Grandma. I just thought it would be funny. Like, you guys are my neighbors, so every day you just see, Grandma! Come inside! Grandma, clean your shit and get in the house. It'd just be funny. First day I got him, I was like, I have to start messing with people immediately. And you never forget your first. So I went to Walmart with my girlfriend at the time, bag of dog food. That is all we bought. Bag of dog food, set it up there. And the lady behind the register is like, hey, it's 22, whatever, I look over at my girlfriend, I'm like, you're paying for Grandma's food today. And she replies back, no, you're paying for Grandma's food today. So I get a little bit louder so other people checking out and walking by can hear me. And I'm like, I just bought Grandma a new cage. You're buying Grandma's food today. And it worked. I swear I thought I heard someone walking by and be like, should we call animal control? Do we call the police? Like, who do we contact about this? Like, you know, like I go to pay and I just make it worse. I'm like, it's cheaper than a home. It is, prove me wrong on that. But my favorite part is that it's a male dog, so it throws everybody off when they're over. I'm like, Grandma, quit licking your balls. We have company. So disrespectful. Guys, I've been Tanner telling you.